Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Mug. Today is April 1st, April Fools. Please, personal request, can we hold on the April Fools jokes just for this year? I think 2020 has thrown us for enough of a curve, but that's just my personal opinion on that. So there's, I was trying to do some research about the history of April Fools. Conflicting reports, not to a point that I felt comfortable enough sharing, but around 1700 is when we start to see it becoming more popular. And again, origins are kind of up for debate. If we were in school right now, I would make sure that I swing by Madame Fleury in the World Language Department, Poisson d'avril. So the April fish, saying that the young folks are gullible or easy to hook, and trying to stick a fish on the back of somebody for the day. And shout out to Mrs. Frankfurt, who at Big Spring is the resident April Fool prankster. Believe it or not, you should ask her about her brownies. Ask her about her brownies. So this day in history, I have a couple go girl kind of stuff for today, but in 1816, Jane Austen, some people love her, some people don't, but bear with me. So Jane Austen responds to a letter that she received from the Prince Regent, the future King George, King George IV, who suggested that she write a historic romance. You're such a great author, you should write a historic romance. And her response, it kind of made me giggle. It didn't kind of, it actually made me giggle. I could not sit down to write a serious romance under any other motive than to save my own life. That's a very respectful way to say, no, thanks, but no thanks. So good for her. So we're going to play a game to start. Let me make sure I get my right music. I have additional music for this. So I am going to give you some common household items, and you're going to determine which one is older. Okay? The stuff today are all toys, children's toys, which was manufactured, produced, patented earlier than the other. Okay? So your first one, silly putty or Lego. By the way, Lego plural is Lego. You need to know that. So, which is older, silly putty or Lego? Answer, silly putty. First manufactured 1943, while the Lego was 1958. So silly putty is older. Here's the next one. G.I. Joe or Barbie? G.I. Joe or Barbie? Which is older? Answer, Barbie has it. 1959 versus G.I. Joe's 1964. Last toy, which is older? The Slinky. Everyone loves a Slinky. Or a hula hoop. Slinky or hula hoop? Think about it. And the answer to that last one, that would be the Slinky. 1945 versus the hula hoop, 1958. There we go. So we'll keep doing some which is older in future episodes, future broadcasts. So there was another famous birthday, which, to be completely honest, I did not know that this person existed until I read about her this morning. And that makes me feel terrible. But thinking about the billions plus of amazing human beings who have lived, it's absolutely okay that I'm still learning something new. So happy birthday to Dame Jeanne Mcnamara, an Australian physician and scientist, spent the majority of her career working with children. Her first residency, which was the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne, Australia, didn't want to hire her at first. They claimed it was because there were no toilet facilities for women. But they eventually did take her on, and during her time there was an outbreak of polio. She worked with another physician, McFarland Barnett, and in 1931, they discovered that there was more than one strain of the polio virus. That research that they did would be helpful later to a man, Dr. Jonas Salk, who's going to develop the polio vaccine. So she worked a lot with treatment and rehab, and so she's actually the Google Doodle today. So if you go to google.com, you see the little cartoon up at the top, you can click on it and you can learn all about Dr. McNamara. So thank you. I can't believe that I had never heard of her before. So that hurts just a little bit. But the main reason why I'm bringing it up, even before I came down to make my cup of coffee and do my little research for the broadcast, I'd already decided I was going to wear my 4 diamond shirt today, courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength, and use my 4 diamonds mug, courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength. So for those who are not familiar with the 4 diamonds, absolutely amazing organization. The largest student-run philanthropy on the planet is Thon, that raises money for 4 diamonds. It's no longer the 4 Diamonds Fund. It's just 4 diamonds. You can take a look at their website, 4diamonds.org. So what 4 Diamonds does is provide support for patients and their families who, pediatric cancer patients who are at Penn State College, or Penn State Children's Hospital, in Hershey. So after, with all of their treatments, once insurance is done, 4 Diamonds takes over. 100% of their bills are taken care of. So the physical well-being, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual needs of the kids in these families. They have music therapists. It's so cool. They have nutritionists and they have activity people, and it's amazing. Amazing. So the 4 Diamonds, the idea actually came from a young man named Christopher Millard, and Christopher was diagnosed with pediatric cancer, and he wrote an essay about Sir Millard, and he had to go on this magical quest to collect 4 diamonds: courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength. So I think I want to chew on it a little bit, but I'd like for you to do a little reflecting between today and tomorrow. How does these 4 diamonds, courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength, play into what we're doing now? We think of 4 diamonds as, oh, that's pediatric cancer. There's a small population of people that are dealing with it. You know, we have our mini-thon, we donate to Thon, and that's it. But those 4 values, let's call them courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength, think about how relevant it is and applicable it is to what we're dealing with right now. So I want to chew on that just a little bit. And I have my mug. I've got my bulldog. I've got my, yep, she's there. She's snoring. So she's not awake quite yet. But have a wonderful day. I have 3 Google Meets scheduled for today. Can't wait to see my students and make the most of today. So happy April. We can do this with our courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength. And I will see you tomorrow. So until then, behave, be good, be kind. Please continue to recycle. And for the love of all things, stay home and continue to wash your hands. Bye.